All right, we are back. This is great. Let's just talk about 357. Colby or Mac, do you think Aaron Rodgers should retire? Is he a top 5 QB all time? Hell no. He's not even close to me. He's not
he probably should retire.
But top 5 all time. He's not even in like my top 15. He's probably like he's down in the 30s to me.
I like Rodgers, me personally.
But I'm talking about as a player.
He was pretty talented.
Talent though is one thing. I mean, shit. Yeah. We could talk about a lot of players that had a lot of talent. Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing. I mean, he plays like a pussy, a quarterback like a pussy. That it's always bothered me. You know,
there it is.
He plays like a giant fucking pussy. Like he play like. I actually think like as far as quarterbacks go, he might be the most pussy quarterback of all time. What like. Plenty of chances that remember that NFC Championship game. He has a chance to run in a touchdown.
Yeah, against the Bucks.
Oh my God!
And then LaFleur kicked it.
That's what I knew. That's what I knew.
What are you doing?
That's what I knew. Football was doomed. What are we doing here? You could run this in and go to the fucking Super Bowl. Yeah. And you're sitting there being a jackass, throwing the like, and he's done that shit a bunch of times. Not a football player. Just a guy that snaps the ball or hikes the ball or gets, glorified cheerleader. So yeah, retire. I don't care. I mean, I don't watch the game. So, I mean, but definitely not top 5. I feel not even close on the top 5. Where would you have him? Top 10, top like
10ish. 10ish.
I don't even think he would be in my top 10.
Top 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Brady, Mahomes.
Yeah. See, like
Montana.
There's a bunch to me. Like I think
you had guys that played in a tougher era. I mean, they would get fucking hit, and every role wasn't for them.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even close to me. Not even fucking
Joe Theismann.
Dude, I'll put fucking like okay, he's got talent. There's plenty of people that have talent. Shit, I mean, you could sit there and say, certain players, you could say, well, Penny Hardaway was an incredible talent, but is he one of the best basketball players ever? Yeah. He's got athletic talent. I don't know how good I've ever seen him play quarterback, but yeah.
He's got that guy. Actually, that guy is the softest guy I've ever seen play.
That's why I bring him up as an example. He's got plenty of talent.
Yeah, when he pulled himself out this year, I said, "Nah, I'm out on this dude." Thank you.
I do love Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham I think he's better than Aaron Rodgers. I do. I think he's better. Elway for sure. Like, a lot of people know the argument. I think Elway's the best I've ever seen. But once again, there's different things. Like, there's people that like win a lot. And then there's like, because like you can't knock Montana or Brady. Their resumes are fucking incredible, but to me, they didn't have you like. I never was like wowed, like oh my fucking god, you know what I mean? Like maybe with some comebacks, but like specific plays. Elway, Mahomes, Randall Cunningham. You have plays where you're just like, what the fuck? How's that humanly possible? You know what I mean? So anyway, what the fuck are we talking about? Oh, we're Toledo, going. The Battle of I-10. Wait, I-10 or I-40?
I get all these fucking Ohio things.
It's Battle of I-10, I think it is, right? I-75. Fuck. I-10 is UTEP, New Mexico State, right? I-75. Battle of I-75. Yeah. Cunningham is not in the pro hoop. Putting Eli Manning in the fucking Hall of Fame is the most ridiculous thing I've ever fucking heard.
Because he beat Brady twice. It's all.
But he's just like he's basically fucking Kent Graham. You know what I mean? Like
big stiff.
That is just it gives no credibility to the Hall of Fame. Like I don't care that you won 2 Super Bowls, right? I honestly, it's just. Come on. The guy is the definition of an average fucking quarterback. the definition of an average quarterback. That's why it's all fucked up. Like football is it's different than basketball because you have just such a like Brady. If they didn't have Adam Vinatieri, Brady would have never won a bunch of. He would have won like one Super Bowl, and everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, he's all right," you know. Yeah, Battle of I-75. There we go.
Yeah, if you didn't have Bill Belichick's fucking defense.
Yeah.
Brady was fucking Alex Smith for the first 10 years of his career until he got Randy Moss.
Yeah. Kirk, I'm with you. Steve Young. I think Steve Young's better than Montana, personally. I think I would rather have Steve Young. Yeah. This rivalry is great, though. This rivalry is a great rivalry, basketball or football. So can we go back to the slide? Toledo's laying 3.5.
Bowling Green pop up here.
I see 2.5 now. Let's drop the point, by the way.
I like Bowling Green, man. I prime or national TV game, home dog. They beat them last year on this Friday night game. I like Bowling Green, man. They've lost 2 in a row. Lost 3 out of 4.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go, Bowling Green.
Falcons. Let's go. Brady did not win a title with next to no one in his second season. He had a guy named Ty Law, Willie McGinnis, Brian Cox, Teddy Bruschi. Like, hey, what are you fucking talking about, man? That whole Vinatieri was an amazing kicker too. I mean, like their whole goddamn team. They didn't have the offensive explosive ability as some of their other teams, but still,
they won because of their fucking defense. I think that's where we fucking got it. Everybody's got this narrative that fucking Belichick sucks. It's like, no, like
Richard Seymour.
His defense won those first 3 Super Bowls and that 13-3 game.
Well, and the fucking tuck rule. Hello. Yeah. They had no business getting that bullshit.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And who's the one that fucking played Brady over Bledsoe? I mean, goddamn. I mean,
look, Brady played great. I hate this because you start arguing this and you sound like a fucking maniac because obviously Tom Brady's resume is incredible. But go back and watch that season. It was like Tom Brady that year. To me, he was like Eli Manning that won a Super Bowl. Yeah. Like credit to Tom Brady, he played good enough to win a Super Bowl. Some big time. I mean, Bledsoe had a huge moment in the AFC Championship when Brady got injured too. But like, yeah. But still, you can't tell me if you go back and watch that year that was like a great Tom Brady season. He played good. He played serviceable for that.
He was like the 15th best player on that team.
Yeah.
He was an average
now
player.
He becomes an incredible player.
Purdy in 2000.
That's a good comparison. He was Brock. He was not the Brady. That defense was a fucking juggernaut.
Yeah. I love this. We just start answering football. Welcome to the college basketball NFL experience. Milwaukee is in Highland Heights, Kentucky, taking on the Norse. Milwaukee's laying 2.5. I'm going to lay the 2.5.
I am going to lock up the Norse. They have lost 4 in a row. They've had a week off here. Milwaukee just played the other night and got a nice win on the road at Wright State. I think the Norse and Darren Horn get a big win here on a Friday night over Milwaukee with that zone.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Norse. Blue says, why isn't the other dude talking? Well, we're talking about a Super Bowl where Bieniek was like 4 years old.
It's that.
So
he might not even been alive. I don't think he was alive for the first.
I talked about John Elway and Randall Cunningham. He probably knows Randall. I mean, I don't even know. Randall Cunningham was probably retired by the time he was born.
No, how old were you in 2001?
So the Super Bowl in 2001, I was not born yet.
Yeah, he wasn't even there.
Yeah, that's January 2001.
He was NA, not available.
I was born in 2001, but not during that time. So,
yeah. So that answers that question. I'll battle you. Fuck you. Let's go.
Let's go. Give me the North.
I don't think Northern Kentucky's any good. All right. And I know your track record in the Horizon League. All right.
You're fading my horizon.
I see opportunity. It has nothing to do with the game. I just see when you're on that, I'm like, ooh, let me jump on this.
Thank God there's only one horizon.
Milwaukee with Dundee. Mac with the Norse. All right. Next up, Central Connecticut State is in Syracuse, New York, taking on Moyne. Moyne is, what is this line move? No, still 6. So they're catching 6 at home. This is tough. I'm going to take Central Connecticut State minus the 6, but no bet here. What are you doing here?
I'll lay with Central Connecticut. I think they're way better than Moyne.
Yeah.
I don't have much more analysis on this. I'll probably end up betting Central Connecticut. There's not that many games.
Yeah, I might bet it too. We'll see. But Chicago State is catching 9.5 on the road at Stonehill. The Chicago State team. I actually think this year Chicago State has been one of the harder teams to cap. I'm going to take Stonehill. I just got to take Stonehill here. Lay the points. No bet. God. Why do I got to put this on a Friday? It's like forcing me. I'm probably going to bet this. I have if you put this on a Saturday, it would be the last game that I would fucking bet. But they cram it in on a 13 game slate. So it's like, we're just forced to bet this.
It's a great game. I will lock up Chicago State. I'm not. This is 10 points with fucking Stonehill. They've already played. They did. Stonehill beat them by 16. I don't think they can do it again.
Stonehill's 6-1 at home. There, you don't walk into the Mercyhurst. The Mercyhurst.
Do you remember last time Chicago State was getting 10 on a fucking Friday night? They won on the money line. What's that money line? Plus 380. Go in there.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
This is one that I had an edge circled on the cocktail napkin. It's 7. I'll take 10. I'll bet it. If you guys need a push, I'll give it to you.
Let's go Cougs.
No, I'm on Stonehill here. I'll fuck out of here with the
Chicago
State. I feel pretty good about it too, but I'm not betting it yet. Lock for Mac
and myself.
And Bieniek on Chicago State plus 9.5.
Ryan Hasty wants to hear the Tecmo music, Colby.
I don't know about this one, man. Another thing is I can't really pick a Chicago State. I was on that one time they covered or won, but I don't know.
Did you
Staying
know
away.
Chicago State is in 4th place in this league?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They're 2-3.
Shout out to Doug Finch. He likes, he's asking if there's any value to St. Mary's to win it all.
I don't know about to win it all, but if they're still catching plus money to win the WCC, like I know 3 weeks ago they were 10-1. I grabbed a sprinkle of that, and all of a sudden Gonzaga looks human, and I was kind of all over it during that stretch. So holding on to gold, and I would say if it's still larger than plus 150, that's got a shot.
We should bet Connecticut looking back on. I'm betting Central Connecticut. 4 for 4. I'm betting all these games.
I'll join you on Central Connecticut State. I'm staying away from this fucking Chicago State one. All right. Double lock on Central Connecticut State minus 6 at Lemoyne.
You're only going to bet fucking one NEC game, and I know what game it's going to be.
Well, you're goddamn right. Here come the pain, right? But next up, Villanova is in Marquette. Well, Milwaukee taking on Marquette. Music maker, can you clip that for me? I would gladly use that especially if as long as I don't get sued. Villanova is at Marquette. Marquette's laying 9.5. I will take Villanova and I will bet Villanova plus 9.5. LD Cats. WILD Cats. Mac?
Yep. I mean, I know it's not double digits with Shaka, but it virtually is 9.5. Nova got embarrassed on Monday night. This is a foxhole spot. Get upset at home, go on the road, catching a lot of points. Let's go Nova.
Let's go double lock. Oh, Lake Erie, Pennsylvania's gonna be rocking. There's a lake show going on, a real lake show. That's why the Lakers should have changed their name when they went to LA. This is the real lake show here. Mercyhurst is laying 1 point at home. They played just a week ago, 6 days ago.
A lot of creativity in this scheduling, guys.
They won by 4. They won by 4 over Wagner. And now you got to go into the Mercyhurst Athletic Center, the hospital 2.0.
This is their first home game in 4. They have had 4 straight road games.
I'll take Mercyhurst -1. Mac?
I agree with you. I think that they're
Let's bet this too.
I think they're going to sweep Wagner.
Let's
I like
bet
the
this.
Staples,
Let's bet this.
even though they.
I'm locking up Mercyhurst. You locking it?
Yeah.
Double lock on these Lakers. And now,
This
do
line
you want to get rich?
This line's hilarious.
Because the fucking Long Island Sharks are playing tomorrow, baby. And they're headed down to Loretto, Pennsylvania. Where the fuck is that? No one knows, but they're going to know after tomorrow when the fucking Sharks are swimming through. Sharks are laying 1.5, over under at 128.5. Good fucking Lord. St. Francis with your bullshit red flash. I pray for you. I pray for you again. My sister Teresa, she's taking the bus down. We're taking a bus. She doesn't have a driver's license. They took that away after that DUI. But let me tell you something. The Sharks, this is insulting. What did this line open up with? What was this opening line you were going to talk about?
St. Francis opened as a 1.5 point favorite. It flipped.
Unfucking believable. The people in Vegas, they still don't know. Now they might know. Now they might know. The Sharks are on a big-time win streak. Peter Lugas is going to be rocking. The cream corn is going to make it around the tables. Bieniek, Mac, never invited. Bieniek, you got to give your play on this game. You can't sit back there behind the fucking boards. This is the spot.
You want my play? It's the Sharks.
Wow. It just comes in hot. The fucking Long Island Sharks. Let me tell you about this team, though. If you haven't watched this team, guys, get the NEC app. It's free. And they're a fucking cash cow. They're giving you a ton of money. Ton of fucking money. And you look at this team, and you see a team that's just got true leadership. They got Hart, Brent Davis, player that I love. Jalen Lee, player that I love. Blake Landa. Have you seen this kid play? Forget about it. He's fucking fantastic. All right. How about Lasso? Shadrach Lasso? Fucking guy's incredible. They don't have any of these type of athletes. They don't have any of these fucking athletes. You seen Terrell Strickland, son of Rod Strickland, NBA pedigree. And you're coming into Loretto, Pennsylvania? Let me tell you, folks, if you live close to Loretto, Pennsylvania, you ain't ever seen a show like this. Come in. You're going to catch the fucking Long Island Sharks is better than any of that Circus Olay bullshit or Blue Man Group shit they got going in Vegas, right? The Sharks are going to come there. They're going to win big. They just played a week ago. They won big by double digits. You can't adjust. Because let me tell you something.
I fucking love it. Terrell Strickland's son.
You know what I'm talking about. Rod Strickland's son, Terrell Strickland. He can fucking play. Jamal Fuller can fucking play. The whole goddamn roster's loaded with studs. And let me tell you something. When you are in the fucking water, you can't, and you see a shark, you're stuck. You're stuck in that slow ass water. You just gotta, they say to punch a fucking shark in the nose. You know that? They say that? If you're going to get hit with a fucking shark, you got to punch it in the fucking face. Right? It's like Mike Tyson's plan. All right? And they don't got that type of character on this fucking St. Francis team. Sharks, money. I'm throwing a big fucking amount of money on these Sharks tomorrow. Lock it up. Bieniek, I'm glad you're with me. Punch the fucking Sharks in the face. No, they don't have the character. They don't have the character. They're like, oh, it's fucking, it's an endangered species. What are you doing here?
How about St. Francis is last place in the league, and they're in a pickle with LIU. St. Francis is going to end the storybook. You don't have the power to cut the cable and cut the power at Loretta. St. Francis, double digits. Blows them out. Let's go.
They're not going to want to cut the power because the show that we're going to sell this fucking bullshit little town, all right?
We're goddamn after the game. We're shutting you down for corruption.
A bunch of fucking deer hunters.
We're on to your Ponzi scheme, LIU. You fucking guys.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you.
We got a battle. The Sharks are swimming all in Loretta. Mac on this red flash bullshit. We always thought the Flash was a little. He batted for the other team. We talked about this before. Flash as how many Marvel comic book? What is he? Captain America or what is he? DC or is he? Bieniek, what is Flash? Is that a DC comic or is that Marvel? I think it's DC,
you are
right?
Calling out the wrong guy.
What are you talking about?
I don't know jack shit about all the comics.
Damn it! Is the Flash D? I think he's DC. They used to have battles about this shit. Yeah, I always thought he was a little phony. How many comic books you read in the past year, Mac?
0. I'm going to read this comic book of fucking St. Francis whipping LIU's ass tomorrow, though.
I can't wait for you to be wrong again. Rob Donaldson, he was keeping track of your record. I think you're 0-15 betting the Long Island Sharks.
Oh, bullshit. They had the post Thanksgiving debacle where they didn't show up for 2 weeks. Ponzi scheme wasn't in business then.
I mean, I can't wait for you to be wrong. This is on the main screen, by the way. Villanova, Marquette, you're on the side. You're on the side.
Michigan, and you're going to go LIU.
Let's go. Penn State is in Athens, Ohio. It's a fun game.
It's a great game.
I'm going to take Ohio. I think we should bet Ohio.
I do too. I know a lot of people think that Kent State's better, but I like Ohio's veterans, man. And they got embarrassed this week. They got drilled at fucking Akron. They lost to fucking Eastern Michigan. I think Bowles rallies the troops here and they get it done against Kent at home.
What you didn't know is Eastern Michigan's actually a really good team. They've just been on the take all year. Yeah. Ohio -1.5, double lock, triple lock, Bieniek?
Yeah, I like Ohio in this spot too. Kent State just blew out Toledo by 20. This is the second leg of their back-to-back road games. I feel like they probably, they're not going to say this, but I mean, you're satisfied splitting a road trip of Toledo and Ohio back-to-back. So I like the Bobcats. I think they're more motivated to get this W here. Cocktail Napkins got a -3. So, yeah, I'm in on the Bobcats. Too.
Danny Dumbshit's talking about an injury Ohio has. That's Aiden
Ohio's
Hadaway.
Got 2. Yes.
Yeah, he's
Aiden
a game time decision,
and
right?
Elmore James. Both of them.
Yeah.
So,
let's go.
Welcome to the party, pal.
We got a triple lock on these Ohio Bobcats. Let's go.
pulling up an
Next
article
up.
right now. Hopefully it's not paywall.
Yeah, you can get it on the money line at minus 115, as Jerry's saying. So I just bet the money line with these.
You might
two.
as well, just because these Mac games get a little wild.
Yeah.
So Hadaway is ankle.
Game time decision. Yeah.
No,
right?
Hadaway had surgery on the ankle, so whether he can return for the season is doubtful. And
Really?
Yeah.
Was that when was that released? Because I see a game time decision over here.
8 hours ago.
Huh.
The Athens Post. So, and Clayton was a guy that I didn't even know about. I don't know if he's played much this year. AJ Clayton is scratch that. He's played all of their games up until this point. He has a potential leg injury. And Elmore, he said, so Elmore is going to play against Kent State. Elmore would be back. So they'll still be down 2 starters for this game, but 1 game bump without Clayton. And also, I just think they desperately need this game back at home after losing 2 in a row on the road.
Yeah. St. Joe's is at Dayton. Dayton's laying. I'm seeing this at 5.5 right now. Give me Dayton minus 5.5. Lock it up. Mac?
Yeah, I apologize. On that top 5 games, Troy put me on the spot and asked, and I originally said St. Joe's at 6.5, but I'm gonna Benedict. I'm gonna lay it with Dayton. I think Dayton's gonna drill them. The more and more I look into this game, I think that they took their early January lumps. They're gonna bounce back. Drill St. Joe's is a fraud.
They did this exact
It's
same
easy to
thing
see a
last
tide
year,
turn.
Yeah.
St. Joe's is a terrible road team, and then Dayton, love this spot. I just feel like the style that Dayton plays with is just tough for St. Joe's. Let's go.
They haven't covered at home in like 3 games either. So it feels like a nice spot Friday night.
Let's go. Next up, we got Michigan. Bieniek. Your boys are heading into West Lafayette. Purdue laying 4.5. Give me Michigan plus 4.5. Let's go. Let's go, Bieniek. Mac?
Yeah, I think Michigan's actually going to win the game. I think that Michigan.
I'm with you.
I think Michigan is better from a roster standpoint than Purdue this year. I know they're off a loss at Mackey and that whole angle, but I think Michigan's desperate too. They haven't played well in like 3 or 4 games either. I think you get a nice Michigan spot here, and this is going to be a 1-possession game. If not, Michigan on the money line.
Yeah, I like that sprinkle. Shout out to Julian Cesario, who had I know you were at that Fullerton game. I saw you tagged us in that tweet. Appreciate you. And we lost that bet as well, brother. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
So yeah, I do think that Michigan's going to be geared up and ready to go for this one. As I still don't know where my coach is in standing, but I do know this: his roots are Hoosiers roots, and this is a rivalry game for him. He's going to want to take down Purdue, and what I do believe is Purdue's also going to be ready to go. I can't remember the last time they lost at home in Mackey. Period, but losing 2 in a row, I think it's going to be really, really hard. So I still have a bet for this game, and I do like Michigan with the points if you want to side from me, but my bet is the over 150.5 for Michigan and Purdue. Cocktail Napkins got this at 154. This number, Michigan has gone over in 9 of their last 10 games. In that 10-game stretch, Michigan has scored at least 80 points in every single game. If you are going to beat Michigan, you need to score 80 plus. And it just doesn't matter whoever they play, they dictate the tempo because they run around with their heads cut off. Turnovers haven't really mattered for this team in their scoring totals. So I like the over 150.5. 7-3 totals right now. We're on a 3-game losing streak, so we'll see if we can snap that. TCE totals.
Go.
There you go. I'm 1-0 for the season.
Go Blue.
Next up, I got another lock, Mac. I think Iowa is going to beat Penn State tomorrow. I will lay the 2.5 with the Hawkeyes. I mean, do they really lose back-to-back home games?
And they've lost 3 in a row, and they're already calling for McCaffrey's and planning his retirement. So get up spot against Penn State, who's not the same team on the road. Iowa rolls by double digits.
Double lock on these Hawkeyes. Next up, St. Bonaventure. Heading, I'm seeing 12.5 now.
Yeah.
Heading to the Siegel Center, catching a big number. Their VCU's 9-0 at home. Give me the Bonnies plus 12.5. You can talk me into a wager here. I didn't come prepared on this game specifically, but I want to bet this game.
You're going to bet the Bonnies. Bonnies have won outright at VCU back-to-back years. They've historically played well here. They just got embarrassed at home. VCU, on the other hand, coming in fat and happy, had a great double road trip. Laying double digits? No. All over the Bonnies. Love the Bonnies tomorrow.
Bieniek?
Yeah, this is a pretty good spot for Bonaventure. They do have a handful of injuries themselves, but they've already beaten VCU outright once this season. And VCU didn't have any issues offensively. St. Bonaventure just outscored them. They still drilled 11 threes in that first game. They live and die by that deep ball. And I think the Bonnies can keep this thing within 12.5. So I'm locking up St. Bonaventure as well. The cocktail napkins only got this at 9.
You guys sold me. Let's go. Triple lock. St. Bonaventure plus 12.5. Shout out to Andrew G. All right. Final game on the slate. UCLA heading to Seattle, where the Bruins are laying 5.5. And I am going to lay it. I will lock up UCLA minus 5.5. They win by 8. Mac?
I will battle you. Give me Washington. They already played once this year. That was way back in early December, and I think Sprinkle didn't know his team at all. I thought they looked pretty good against Oregon the other night. So I think they pop up, and I think they're going to pick off UCLA. I think UCLA is overrated.
We got a battle in Seattle. Dundee on the Bruins. Mac on the Huskies. And that's our slate. Let's get to best bets. The Long Island Sharks, the Long Island Sharks, the Long Island Sharks. That is one of my. Where are we giving away? 3? Let's get 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love Dayton. I love Iowa. I'm gonna give away a 4th. I think Dayton, Iowa, Long Island, and I like Bowling Green tomorrow. Mac?
The Bonnies, Iowa, Dayton, and Villanova.
Bonnies over 150.5 in Michigan, Purdue, and Chicago State plus 10.5.
The Chicago State play is bold, my friend.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike, who's got the college slam background. I always appreciate that. But I've been living off the land. No, this is not just a straight camo. This is SGPN shit. So yeah, get on over there. Get yourself a sweatshirt at merch store. SGPN app, free to download in the App Store, Google Play Store. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Yeah, appreciate you tuning in. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Check out the SEC college baseball preview we just did. ACC's out as well. Season starts on Valentine's Day. Moneyline Mac pregame show. What time, buddy?
Tomorrow, 6:00. It will not be me tomorrow, though.
There you go. Moneyline Mac's on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby Dant. Check out the college football experience. Myself, NC Nick, Patty C just dropped an episode tonight talking about a bunch of the offseason stuff, recapping a little bit of that national championship game. So yeah, check out all of those. Check out the FCS college football experience as well. And yeah, check out the Sports Gambling Podcast and look forward to tomorrow. It's a marathon show tomorrow.
Yeah. 150 games. Let's go.
God, buckle up, folks. All right. Till next time.
Or what are we? What time are we starting that?
I mean, let me start doing the slides right now. But I would say earlier, 11.
11 be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the tip of UCLA, Washington, but it's at least after Penn State, Iowa, Bonnie's of ECU. So let's do it.
You can also catch me on the Sports Grid tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern time. So hop on over there. Check us out there. Yeah.
Just in time to give out our Bonnie's triple lock.
There we go. Till next time, folks. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. You have 7 messages. 1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks, largely because leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallengeable and stiff. So we're raising pieces to prepare cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth.